Hello, it's a really nice sunset.
Let's swap the camera. I'm glad you like it. So I'm just before the show starts, I'm just sharing a view. This is what it looks like here. So let me show you more of that and less of my own face. And I guess it's time to say hello. Hello, tribe. Hello, tribe of light. Thank you so much for joining me for this transmission. This is the venue. This is where we have been sharing the last, and depending on how you look at it, the last 8, 9 days, co-creating a lightship. So today's broadcast is going to be, I think, a little shorter than usual. I don't think we're gonna do the whole 2 hours for a number of reasons. The first one being that I'm really pretty exhausted. This has been huge these last 9 days. It's been huge. It's been epic, in fact. And we've done huge work. And we are the other reason is that we are going to make a proper little production, a little video, where we will include photos and videos and everybody will be sharing their experiences, what happened, how they experienced it, and a more in-depth transmission about the whole Lightship thing, what it was. But I did want to sort of just fresh out of the experience. I did want to just take a moment and share with you here from the venue, here while it's still completely fresh with me. So before I get into that, I do want to say I hope Tyler is here. Let me just have a look. No, it doesn't look like he's here because Tyler said he wanted to open with a song. Oh, he is here. Tyler is here. All right. So Tyler, I'm going to give you an opportunity in just a moment to do your I understand an opening ceremonial song. Really looking forward to that, my brother. So yeah, so that's really what I wanted to say. It's going to be a slightly shortened transmission, and I'm going to take an opportunity. Pretty much everybody most of the people have gone home already. It's all over. It's all behind us, but we still have just a few people still left who chose to extend their stay to rest and rejuvenate after this great work. So, and Zoe is here. Zoe is here. So, we're going to just have a little opportunity for everybody to share, and I'm going to show you a little bit about, while we still have some light, I'm going to show you a little bit about the space. Everybody else is gathering for a braai, which is a South African barbecue, kind of a post-event celebratory barbecue. And then I understand Tyler's going to do us a closing song as well. So I'm looking forward to all that. So Tyler, won't you go ahead and unmute yourself, my brother, and tell us a bit about what it is that you're going to be doing for us, what it is that you're going to be singing.
All right. Can you hear me?
I can. Thank you so much. Hello.
All right. I'm just doing it's just a calling in song. And basically you just call the song essentially you're just calling in the your ancestors to come and just gather around and be with us. And obviously it's not just my ancestors, it's everyone's ancestors. So it's a calling in song. And then you're inviting in the grandfather spirits, the grandmother spirits, and you're inviting the creator to come and sit with us during this fire. And then at the end, like I said, there's a closing out song that I'll share. But if you don't mind, there's just a quick prayer that I want to say. It's a very quick prayer. So I got my tobacco here, and I'm in my garage right now, and we're in the process of moving. But I got my tobacco right here, so I'll just say the quick. It's in my language. So and then at some point I'll do maybe I'll make a video that translates it and shares the teachings. So Bonjour Manitou, Kakaze Wataziwen, Kikagizomigo, Kinanakomigo, Medea Ki Kakaze Wataziwen, Kikagizomigo, Kinanakomigo, Kinoa Minoa, Nimishomisatuk, Endasundanimak, Kikagizomigo, Kinanakomininim, Kinoa, Kikagizomigo, come in. It's slipping me right now. Comedian, you know what I mean? Hold on. I'm sorry.
Okay, brother, take your time. You're good.
Comedian ishkote nebe pegita namoan minoa mijiwin shawina mishna manitu shawina mishna manitu shawina mishna manitu shawina mishna manitu. So I'll just get right to it. Way Yahweh, 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 Bendagen me shomis, bendagen no comes, bendagen geche maneto, hey ya, way ha, ya ho, hello. Bendagen me show miss, bendagen no comes, bendagen geche maneto, hey ya, way ha, ya ho, Bendagen me show miss, bendagen no comes, bendagen geche maneto, ya, way ha, ya ho, show miss, Bindagen, no miss, Bindagen, get che manedo, ay, 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 way ha, way ha, way ha, ya, oh, ay, hey, oh. So that's the song.
Thank you very much for your gifting, my brother. That is much appreciated. I think the Zoom algorithm cut out the drum, but
Oh,
but the spirit and the energy of your gifting is deeply appreciated. Thank you, brother.
all right. Thank you. And I'll
Thank
share the
you.
translation at some point.
I look forward to that. Thank you.
All right.
All right. So, friends, while we still have some light, I'm just going to take a little walk around. And I want to show you, a little bit more of the space. For a start, as you can see, the sun is just going down. That's just the very last little bit of the sun that we get. And if you get a sense, there's gorges, and it's just, my goodness, it's just really, really beautiful here. That little cottage over there is where Zoe and I and Ulf and Sarah were staying. And this is the dining room where we sometimes had meals. And this is some more of the land. And over here, some of the tribe members are gathering, and our host Zulu is braaiing some meat. So I just want to show you what this looks like. A braai is, I mean, it's just a South African word for a barbecue. And here are tribe members and hosts and meat. The event itself was vegetarian. So you eat vegetarian when you're doing energetic work. And what you're seeing over there, that roof over there, that's the rotunda. So we had an indoor working space for if the weather wasn't too good. And over there was a swimming pool. It's sort of a round swimming pool, but the walls got cracked, so they aren't using it for a swimming pool anymore. But we did our lightship working in there. And there was a swimming pool as well for us to have a dip in. And there was there's another cottage with more space for people to sleep.
We must show the flowers so that Naughty can see the flowers.
Oh, Zoe says I've got to show the flowers for Nadi. So, my goodness, it's beautiful here.
These flowers like to be tickled.
These flowers like to be tickled, Zoe says. I don't know if you can hear Zoe's voice. So I guess really what I'm showing you here is that the space was so beautiful. It was so conducive to the working that we were doing. As the light is disappearing, I'm just going to take you back up to where I was sitting. But we did a lot of outdoors work. You know, we had this big grassy area over here where we could work, do energy work, do energy release. So that's the space here. And of course, we will be doing future events here in South Africa again, but also elsewhere in the world. This experience was just, my goodness, magical, and wonderful. I wish I could tell you that the experience was only magical and wonderful, but it was also really, really hard work. I I don't know that I've ever been quite so deeply, deeply exhausted in my life as I was at the end of this working. So let me just turn the camera around. So why was it that exhausting? So the working itself is energy work. A lightship is a liminal object, liminal being. So you use energy work to create some structures. Now, energy work, if you've never experienced it, you know, you meet somebody and you just feel an instant attraction to them. Well, there's energy moving between you two of you. Equally, you meet somebody and you feel instant repulsion to them. It's just there's your energy between the two of you is combative or it's blocked. When you get ill with anything, there's preceding the illness, there's an energy blockage. You know, we have this modern idea about viruses, and some part of virus theory, some part of it's correct, but it's not the whole story by a long stretch. Some part of why we get ill. I mean, think about it. You go out in public all the time, but then on some occasion you go out in public and you come home and you've got a cold or a flu or a something else. Why did you get that? Why did the virus make it through your defenses? And the answer is because there's an energetic blockage. And similarly, you know, people who are, let's say, for example, somebody is really struggling to give and receive love. Their heart chakra is profoundly blocked. Well, that person is going to have a propensity to perhaps heart disease or perhaps breast cancer or something like that. So energy, we essentially are energetic beings. Now, if you're going to create a lightship, you are weaving your energies with each other. But the energy that you're working with has to be very high frequency energy. It has to be the energy that is emanated with unconditional love. So in order to do these energy workings, and it's quite complicated to explain, and I'm not going to try and explain all the details of that energy work, but you need 12 people. And some of those people need to be a couple. They need to sit in yab yum. If you don't know what yab yum is, you can imagine one person sitting lotus, and then their beloved will come and sit on their lap with legs around their back, and you hold each other like that, and you create energy loops, opening chakras to each other and moving energy, and connecting with the divine Father God energy through your crown chakra, bringing that down, and divine Mother Goddess through your base chakra, bringing that up. So there's movement like that. And then so not everybody's sitting like that. Some parties are sitting like that, and other people are moving energy in patterns around them to create a field. So there's lots of moving parts to this, but everybody, all 12 people, need to be in this place where they are completely energetically open to each other. It needs to be a field of unconditional love. Now, how do you bring 12 people together and just be in unconditional love with each other? Not easy, not easy at all, because we are all wounded. In this world, we are all wounded. We are absolutely 100%, every single one of us, the walking wounded. We are all carrying blocks and traumas and shadows, and we're all got that stuff going on. And when you start to do this kind of work, it brings that stuff to the surface, and it looks like triggering. Now, in the ONEtribe, we have dealt a lot with triggering. We've dealt a lot with shadows. We've dealt a lot with how to work with that, you know, the principles of nonviolent communication and all that kind of stuff. But you can talk about it until the cows come home. When the rubber meets the road, when you actually are living it, it's a whole different experience. And when you've got just a few days to prepare, and you're learning also at the same time about moving energy, it's a lot. It's a lot. It's heavy. It's heavy. It's serious work. And we were seriously working. We were processing deeply every day. And you would think in the ordinary course of events, you would think having your shadows triggered by somebody else is a bad thing, because it feels like a bad thing. When your shadow is triggered by someone else, you look at that other person and you are projecting upon them that they're wrong, that they're bad. Your heart closes, and all you see is your shadow projections. They're the screen upon which you're projecting the stuff. And that doesn't make for feeling very loving. Your heart's closed. And so that would feel like a bad thing. But in the context of this work, it's a miraculous thing. It's a wonderful thing. Because when you are held, and that was kind of my and Lisa and Zoe's job, we were really holding the space. So when you are held, when you are guided, when you have someone to show you how, you learn to work through your triggers in a way that is productive, that's really conducive to the growth and learning experience. And you get to see in lived practice, you get to see it and do it yourself, that your triggers are not about them. Your projections are it's just showing you there's a screen and you're seeing your own wounding, your own stuff. And if you have the willingness and you have the tools, you can take a step back and you can figure out what is it that's going on inside of me that needs to be healed and processed. And you have resource, you have a team that can work through it. And when you do that, something very beautiful happens. Trust starts to happen. Intimacy starts to happen because intimacy follows vulnerability. So if you trigger me, and I can say to you, my brother or my sister, when you did that or when you said that, it triggered my pain. And I started projecting on you the following scenario. I projected this upon you, but I know it's not you because it's actually my own shadow. And it's a story that goes back to my childhood where this and this happened. And I've been carrying that pain, and it's past life, got a deep origin in the past lives, and this is how it's been playing out. So thank you so much for being my trigger, because now I can work with this and I can let it go. And I understand that it's ancient stuff and it's time to let it go. And thank you, and I see you, and I love you. And please forgive me for the fact that my heart got closed to you for a while, and I'm ready to open my heart again. Go through that with somebody, and there's a deeper level of trust, because there's been communion. There's been a sharing and a showing and a seeing, and everybody got triggered, which was good. We were all triggering each other, and we were all working through it. And my friends, the 12 that were here, such courage. Nobody bugged out at any point. And there was lots of possibility to bug out, to say, too much, and screw you guys, or go to hell for doing that, or that could easily have happened. It could easily have happened many times. But everybody just kept showing up. So it sounds like triggering and shadow work was what we did. And that was certainly a part of it, is an important part of it, but it was also actually just one small part of it, because we were constantly also working on our energy bodies, working on grounding, working on moving energy. We were connecting with our own divine self. We were connecting with our our motivations, our intentions, and with the land, and we felt so supported by the elementals, by the nature that is here. So we were connecting with goddess energy that is here, and working with all of that, and every day we were doing some energy work. Every day there was a something to experience, so that when it was time for the great working, all the channels had already been opened in us. All the, our hearts were open, our energetic channels were open. We had moved energy in the correct patterns. So it was hard work, harder work, intense work, almost destroy you work, and then light, and then light, and then the energy just moved. And the actual working, the lightship weaving, where we were in that round pool space, when we were actually doing the working, it was it almost worked through us. So like the work had already been done. The energy just moved through us. We almost just had to hold space, and it moved. And the experiences that people had, well, as I say, we're going to share, we're going to have a much more detailed sharing in due course. We're going to make a little video production, and everybody's going to have an opportunity to really tell what they felt and what they saw and what happened. And each person came away with something else. Some of us are visual people and saw things. Some of us are more sensory feeling people and felt things. But there were some truly miraculous, wonderful experiences to be had with the making of the Lightship. So now that the work is done, what we have is like a baby Lightship, a Lightship that has been seeded. It's I suppose one might say it's gestating. It's becoming. But each of us, are changed. We something completely different has happened. I have never had experiences like this. I've never felt this level of connection, this level of belonging. I have like an alienation wounding that comes to me as a result of, childhood in this place, feeling that I don't belong kind of anywhere. And some part of that wounding has certainly been healed over the last few years in my journey. People finding my books and my videos and connecting with me, and people coming to South Africa to spiritual safari with me, and more recently the ONEtribe. Some part of that was healed, but there was vestigial wounds that have now completely been healed for me. By the fact of having this circle, these 12, and going there and just feeling belonging and feeling unconditionally loved. And everybody has a little bit of a story like that. Something changed, something really healed, something really transformed. So I wanted to take an opportunity there. As I say, there are a few people still left. I want to take an opportunity, just asking Zoe to go and fetch our first person, CEO. Not everybody that came are ONEtribe members. It was mostly ONEtribe members, but we had a few people who were just the right people, who I met as healing clients. And it was so apparent in the healing that we were doing, or in the soul to soul with Adamu that we were doing. It was just so apparent that they needed to be here. And so I issued them an invitation, and they were like, yes, I'm in. So we had 3 people like that who weren't previously ONEtribe members, and they came. So Zoe's going to bring them over here from the fire. Going to bring them over here one by one to tell about their experiences. And while she does that, what's in my heart to share with you is that this was the first Lightship seeding. We're going to be doing this, as I say, a few of them kind of all over the world. The more of them we make, the better. and making these lightship seedings, it shifts consciousness on the planet. Our host here reported that she really felt, I mean, she was busy with what she was doing, cooking food and, you know, being the host. But on that day, she reports that she felt a profound shift. She says, the trees are different. The world is different. Her experience of life is different. It's something changed for her because of the work that we were doing, even though she wasn't there to witness it. So we're going to go around the world, and we're going to plant those seeds, and we're going to change the world in little bits. And then a time will come, a moment will come when human consciousness is ready, when we have collectively, when we're elevated and we're ready. And in that moment, these lightships that we have seeded will flower, and they will be visible. In the meantime, they move around, they're free, they're their own beings, they're busy collecting insights and understandings and wisdom. It's a someone, and a very high frequency someone. It's like the energy we put in is almost like, you know, the DNA that you gift when people make a baby, when two people make a baby, a mommy and a daddy get together and make a baby. They each donate sort of their DNA. Well, in that same way, we have each given of our energy, of our light, of our wisdom, of our insight, we've given the best of ourselves, and we so carefully raised frequency to unity conscious frequency. Can we join you remotely? As a comment in the chat, can we join you remotely when you do that work? The answer is no. It's intensely personal, intensely. You're in a very vulnerable state doing this work, and it wouldn't be good for the safe container. So rather, if you really want to do the work, rather wait until we come to somewhere in your part of the world. You're in Poland. We're definitely going to do lightships in Germany. Definitely. We've had some of our attendees are here from Germany for the specific purpose of experiencing this, so that they're going to go home to Germany and they're going to scout a location, and they're going to find the right hosts and the right venues. So it will be, I mean, it's a lot to fly from Europe to South Africa, or from America to South Africa. It's a lot. So the people that did that have given and given, you know, flying here, buying the air tickets, spending all that time in the air to get here. It's a lot. So I understand not everybody is up for that. But for you to get from, for example, Poland to Germany is you know, that's you can hop on a plane, on a train, and you can do that. So if you want to be a part of this, then you know, we will be advertising. We'll be telling you about that as soon as we've got some details. But so we're going to be planting these seeds, kind of these baby lightships all over the planet. And when the great shift happens, and it's close now, friends, it's coming, it's close now. When the great shift happens, then those lightships will be there, and they will appear. To see a lightship is to have your heart changed. To see a lightship is to see a being of pure light, and that being will connect with you telepathically, will connect with your heart, and you will know that it's okay. And then everybody who's been part of the lightship process, the process of creating a lightship is the process of preparing you to enter into a lightship, because entering into a lightship is your physical form is translated into light and patterning, and then you are a liminal being. Then you're a being of light, and you can translate your beingness across space and time to, like, the Pleiades. Of course, I'm going to say the Pleiades. You can go to the Pleiades, and doing that is a restructuring of your being. It changes your consciousness. You are forever then changed, and you can go and visit the Pleiades, and Pleiadians can come here, and there are these lightship portals all over the planet, all over the galaxy. So you can kind of go wherever there is a lightship portal. So there's a lot more I can say about all of this. I can talk for hours and hours, and I did. And if you come to a Lightship event, I will. I'll tell you all about it, all the ins and outs. But tonight, I really just want to give you just take a moment and just give you a little insight. And I want to give the 4 brothers and sisters that are here an opportunity, just briefly, to share what is here with them now, about their experience, how it touched them, how it moved them. I don't know what they're going to say. We haven't rehearsed. So I'm just going to hand right over to my brother Sio. And I want to say, when I say my brother Sio, having shared this experience, these are now my brothers and sisters. We are now connected. There is such a beautiful, authentic bond between us. We have seen each other the way, like, maybe your spouse of 20 years maybe knows you the way we now know and feel each other. So it's a deep thing to do this. So this is my brother Sio.
Hello, good evening. It's a big honor that I can share my experience of the Lightship creation with you. Yeah, I will maybe share my own process and what I feel in our group. The more and the much I understand that beside the technical side of the Lightship, that we make some pattern and triangle or squares and some geometric forms. Beside this, when I understand more and more that the foundation of this creation will be unconditional love, then I had more and more doubts inside me. Then because I know how rare is it that people share really deep unconditional love with their hearts, and especially when we don't know the people. And what is happening in our group, it's very difficult to express it with words, but I will try. The most exciting thing and the most miracle thing what happened to me is that I receive so much unconditional love from all these 11 peoples. They come from around the world together, and all of them I see the first time. And before we go through all the process to release our trauma and all the blockades and all the levels of veil, what hold us back from to feel unconditional love and to give unconditional love, it was that I could not really believe in that. So Anne make a video and he express in short video what does mean to make this Lightship. But when I understand that unconditional love would be the foundation, so I think, okay, but we are all not really able to give unconditional love because of my all-day experience with my biological family, with my friends and every person that I know. I never experienced this unconditional love. And that was possible because we go through deepest process of releasing blockages and trauma and all the beliefs about ourselves and all the trigger points. So in the end of the 2 days, there was such amazing energy between all of us that I can really not express with words. I can just say that was this unconditional love that I get from every one of them, with every one of them, but I never get from anybody, not from my brother, but from my biological brother, not from my sister. And it feels now like that I have 11 brothers and sisters, and really brothers sisters because we are connected of the deepest way in our hearts, and we show us each other. And I'm so glad from the courage and the valor of all the people to show their deepest trauma, and to be so much amazing clear mirror to each other to show us the trigger, and every of us have the trigger points, and we solve all these things and this such days. So yeah, we solve traumas that other people maybe solve in all lifetime, and we do it in just 6 days before the 2 days. And now when I'm talking about today, so it seems a little bit surreal. I cannot believe that this really happens, but it happened. And now I have the feeling that I have over the world, brothers and sisters, they send me so much unconditional love where I can always go. I'm always welcome. And okay, the other one also share, but I have to share one, the most important thing for me, what's happened. What we do in this group is, for me, the key from the ascension process, what is now waiting of us. For me, is the key thing that now in humanity have to happen is that we should stop to think and separate us for the all other brothers and sisters, also for the darkest and from all. We should stop to think we have to fight the dark forces. We have to wait that every dark forces get arrested and that we wish them the worst. Because what is the next step on the collective plane? We do it in small. We do it in small. We accept every shadow aspect of every of us in this group, and we heal it, we integrate it, and every shadow point was so welcome. I could show every shadow point for me, and every my brother and sister could do the same. So that is the point how we can come together as a family, humanity family. What I call the new earth, what we create the new earth. And so we did this in small in this group. So yeah, I wish, and I know, and I feel that this energy will now shine over all the world. And yeah, okay. Thank you. Thank you.
So that's my brother Theo. You can hear his passion, and what an experience we shared. And what I want to add to what Theo just said is, what I realize is unconditional love is our natural state. It's our natural engagement with each other. If we are to meet each other without our wounds and traumas and blocks and shocks, we will see each other and we'll love each other. Because if you do that work, and if you can go there, now I realize most people can't go there. Most people are not in a place where they'd be able to go through a process like this. You've got to have walked the journey and been prepared for it. But all right, I want to introduce my other brother. This is Richard.
Good evening, or wherever you are. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Yeah, I'm sure Arn's gone into it, and Theo gave a great rendition of all that we went through. So just trying to think of what I want to add to it. I've been on a spiritual path a long time, and been working on opening the heart for years and years and years, and they just couldn't get it wide open. Because you never go to that totally vulnerable area. Never feel safe, never feel like you can come out a little bit. So I've followed Arn on and off for 7-8 years now. And in September, I did a one-on-one with the Damu, and then Arn and I talked, and he mentioned the Lightship. And I had already taken off the month of November, so synchronistically, I said, yeah, okay, let's let's go, let's try that. Where everything I've tried before hasn't really got to the depths of opening that inner heart. And had some reservations because I'm not a member of the tribe. And kind of like, well, is everybody else got to be a member of the tribe? But I got by all that and got here, and was the most amazing thing to connect at that level. And what I would say about that is you've got to be vulnerable, open up, trust, trust in the tribe, trust in the pack that they've got you. And throughout this week, I had the most amazing healing. After 10 years of trying to open the heart, it cracked open. And I wouldn't have been able to do it outside of the intense work that we did here. It's not for the light of heart, no pun intended. But the bonding here, the intimacy, and everybody holding tight, you can pass through any vulnerable area, any part of yourself that won't open up to the world. It's intense work. And if you're not willing to really dig deep and release that, or have the desire to release that, then it may not be for you yet. But I know many of you have been on a spiritual path or seeking path for many, many years. And I just can say that if you've got a snag that you can't get by, then this is the venue to do it. Thanks.
Thank you, Richard. So, yeah, what we're doing, the grand story, what we're doing is we're creating a lightship. But there's a beyond the grand story, or I suppose underneath or behind the grand story, is that what we're doing is also the deepest, profoundest healing of the soul, of the being. So yeah, it's just such a beautiful experience. Hard work. I felt like a truck hit me because on the one hand, you know, there's all this work that we're doing. On the other hand, I'm also holding holding space, holding the tribe, holding the vision. So I found myself holding on and unable to process and release all of these energies that I was releasing. And so the day after the lightship, I could barely move. You know, like when you get a bad flu or something and your whole body aches. I had that. And fortunately I had brothers and sisters on hand, and my new brother Ulf was on hand to help me, and having someone that you can really just lean on and surrender to, and having somebody they're holding you and you're collapsed in their arms and they're whispering wisdom into your ears, telling you the truth that you can let go, it's safe, you're okay. And I started to just feel it draining out of me. And as that weight drained out of my body, what was left in its place was such bliss. So I'm exhausted now, but happy. Exhausted, but so happy. Here is my beloved Zoe, who's going to share a little bit of her experience.
Okay. Have to figure out where am I looking here. Yeah, so the experience as a whole was, as Arne put it, deep, profound, powerful, and honestly a bit difficult at times. I feel like I definitely got to some edges on both extremes. The shadow edges, the edges of where I could open up, the edges of fear and responding to that with courage, and also new edges of bliss and relaxation. I feel profoundly grateful to have co-created this with my new brothers and sisters, and I feel like we achieved something monumental. And at the same time, I feel like we've only just scratched the surface. I'm really looking forward to seeing how our baby lightship grows and the ripples that it creates in consciousness. And as for the lightship experience, psychedelic, man, psychedelic. Yeah, I don't have too much more to say. I think it will be better expressed in writing, and for the tribe members and tribe, I will send out something, a journal writing piece or something. But yeah, it was just amazing, and I'm super grateful. Thank you.
Yeah, so we definitely are going to find a way, and I'm envisaging some kind of a video production where we will really tell the story so that people can understand what it is and why it's so worth doing. But finally, I want to introduce you to my sister Barbie, who is a tribe member. Who Barbie and I go back to Lyra. We knew each other in Lyra. Barbie, go ahead.
Okay, thank you. I just want to let all of you know that's in the tribe that I am aware of how much you are in my heart and many of us as we were going through this process. And what I'm realizing and understanding is that we've been going through this for eons. We've been growing, we've been developing, we've been creating trauma, and then we've been releasing trauma. And it feels like it's a place right now where we have the opportunity of experiencing freedom, love, and connection as hasn't been available before now. And when I was this morning standing around this particular beautiful brick kind of like pool where we had created our baby lightship, I could just feel my arms around the whole world and how many baby lightships we're going to be able to create in different parts of the world that are going to be inclusive to so many people like us whose hearts want to get rid of all the painful shadow that they've been working on for so many years and feel the release of that gone, and then feel the love and the connection to people that we've never known before, and yet we have. And one of the things that Lisa said in all her beautiful workshops and some of the work she did, and we were all kind of having a girls' day today, and she said, you know, why don't you write down your story about your experience on Lyra, and don't worry about how it fits with anything else. And so I said, okay, that sounds like a good idea, because I had so many, well, I would say this. I don't think I have cried as much, laughed as much, yawned as much, received downloads and dreams, lucid living. I mean, whoa, it all came for me at this one because it was my time. And whatever comes to you, if you feel drawn to do this, will change you forever. And I'm just very privileged that I was able to be here. It all fit together. And all of us, there's such a oneness and such a continuance of this energy that I really feel the more light ships we create, this is what's going to bring us into the timelines and into the freedom of space and divinity that we've all been dreaming about. So anyway, I just wanted to say, I love you, and I'm excited for all of us as we grow into this new, wonderful enlightenment, or whatever word you want to put. But it's a release from where we've been. So anyway, thank you.
Thank you, Barbie.
Okay.
Yeah, so friends, as I said, I really just wanted to give you a quick update, to give you a moment. I'm going to bring this transmission to a close quite soon, because I'm tired and because there's a braai out there, there's a gathering out there. It's our closing circle. So I'm going to go off in a moment. I just really want to close by showing you this evening sky. It looks quite different from here, I can tell you. There's Venus in the sky, and of course we have the most beautiful stars, which you won't be able to see now. We have the most beautiful stars in the southern sky as well, so you can see, you know, like the Southern Cross and other stars here that you wouldn't normally see in the north. And wow, I wish I could have shared this with more of you, but as I say, we'll be doing many of these. We'll be taking it around the world, seeing where the divine leads us. Because one thing that became abundantly clear to me over this time is how perfect everything was. Everything worked perfectly. Everything. It was really miraculous the way things fell together synchronistically, so that everything that we needed was always there. The venue was perfect. Our hosts were perfect. The food was perfect. The group was exactly perfect. The alchemy, the energetic alchemy between the people that were here was perfect. So that really showed me that we are on the right track. We're doing what we should be doing. We are where we need to be, doing what we need to be doing at exactly the right time that we need to be doing it. Everything is coming together. It was exactly perfect. As Peter says, predestined gathering had the right ingredients. Roxy was a very good doggo, Scott. Thank you for asking. Yeah, Joyce, the South African venue was perfect. And one of the reasons the South African venue was perfect, of course, is because here we're in South Africa. It's easy for us to scout and find the right venue. But it's going to continue to be perfect because I'm not going to have to scout venues remotely from South Africa. I'm not going to have to sit on the internet and try and guess whether the pictures I'm seeing are venues, you know, whether that's real, and what is the quality of the frequency of the space, and what are the hosts like. I'm not going to have to do that because the people that came are from Germany and from America, and that's where we're going next. We're going to America and to Germany. And we also had a Breno and his lovely wife Liviana. They were here with their baby Lily, and they're from Brazil. So there's a strong possibility that we might even go to South America. And you know, when we're in Germany, we might have people coming to Germany from China, and so you are changed when you do this. You are changed, you are connected, you are a part of something. You have imbibed the energetic frequency of it. And if you then feel called, as my German friends do, if you then feel called to go back to Germany to assist in the creation, then it really becomes a co-creation. So they sort of become my German business partners because there's a possibility to earn a bit of an income out of being the facilitator. And you get it, you understand it, you know what is required, and I can then trust that if you're scoping out places, that you know the right place from the wrong place. You'll know. Peter, in answer to your question, we don't yet know where in Germany. They're going to go back to Germany and they're going to start scouting. My feeling is it's probably going to be more in the south of Germany, but that's just a feeling. We'll have to see. That they will scout, they'll find the place. They will be responsible for, you know, kind of creating awareness locally. We will use, of course, my Zingdad network. We will use the tribe to let everybody that we can know. But we also don't want to grow this thing. You know, this isn't about a normal sort of a business idea. This isn't about let's grow as quickly as we can and get as big a market share as we can. It's not about that. This is a soul thing. This is about making sure that the right people, the people that need to know, so that they can be there. So I wanted it to be small now in South Africa. I wanted 12 people. I didn't want 13 people. I wanted 12 people. And we got 12 people. So it was exactly right. So I could go through the process. I could go through the motions, see it, understand it, know what it is. And perfectly, we had some Germans, some Americans, so that next when we go to Germany and America, they're our ground crew over there. So that's how it's all going to happen. Okay. So that's it for me. I'm going to wish you all a wonderful evening or morning or whatever it is over there, with so much love and so much gratitude for being here to receive our sharing about this event. And I'm going to hand back to Tyler. Tyler's going to sing our closing song. Thank you very much, Tyler. Unmute yourself whenever you're ready. And I love you all with the heart of oneness. Thank you. Until next time. Goodbye, friends.
All right. Did you hear me?
Yes, thank you, Tyler. I can hear you.
All righty. So this song is called the creator song. So, and these songs these two songs that I sang, they're from the I just want to acknowledge the composers. They're Red Shadow Singers. They're from my they're from the Ojibwe tribe up in Canada. So these are songs that they've composed. So I just want to acknowledge them and make a wish to them. So the song is called the Creator Song, and it's a song that is used to close out the circle, and it's just basically saying thank you, Great Spirit, thank you, Creator. Yeah. Way high, way high, way high. Way high, way high, oh, way high, oh. Way high, way high, oh, way high, oh. Oh, way high, way high, oh, way high, oh. Big witch, sketchy, manito. Way high, way high, oh, way high, oh. 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 Big witch, sketchy, manito. Way high. Away, 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 way hi, way hi ho, way hi ho. Make which catchy my native. Way hi, way hi ho, way hi ho. 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 Big way, my nato. Way hi, way hi ho, way hi. Way hi, way hi ho, way hi ho. That's that song.
Thank you very much, Tyler. Thank you for the blessing of your song. Thank you, brother.
Thank you. Miigwech. Thank you.
Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you for your presence. Until next time, good night.